Hello internet and welcome back to another Unturned video. Today I'm going to answer some questions that I got in the latest video where I talked about the Unturned 4 roadmap. So let's go ahead and dive right into the questions. Question 1. What is Unturned 2? Unturned 2 is what Unturned 4.0 will be called, since Unturned 4 will be a separate game compared to Unturned 1 through Unturned 3. When is Unturned 4.0 going to be released? In the Trello page, which you can find in the description below, it says that there's no ETA yet for either the release of Unturned 4 or the testing, so no one knows yet. We can hope that it's soon. My guess is that we will get the beta this summer. Question 3. Will Unturned 4.0 run worse on my PC than Unturned 3.0? Most likely not, since Unturned 3 is developed in the game engine Unity, which is not that good optimized for multiplayer games, and Unturned 4.0 is developed in the game engine Unreal Engine, which is made by Epic Games, developers of Fortnite, which is a much more optimized game engine. So what I would say is that Unturned 4.0 will probably run a bit better, if not much better, on your PC. Question 4. Is Unturned 4 gonna be more focused on PvP or survival? Nelson has stated that Unturned 4 will be more towards the survival direction and not as much to the PvP direction. There will still be PvP in Unturned Survival, but Unturned 4.0 will focus more on the survival aspect. Question 5. Will Unturned 4 look better than Unturned 3.0, graphics wise? Unturned 4, as I said before, is developed in a different game engine, which allows more physics into the game. Everything will look much better. Here are some of the screenshots that he has released. If you look in the mirror, for example, you can actually see stuff that goes into the mirrors. If you look at this little video when the character is moving, you can see that the grass is actually moving as well. And when the Unturned character is jumping, the stuff that he's wearing is actually moving, like this jiggly backpack. Will Unturned 4 be on console? This is one of the questions that I've gotten the most, and I do believe so. Nelson has added controller support for the game, so it'll most likely be on Xbox and PS4, but that won't happen until Nelson sees that Unturned 4 is successful. But my guess is that Unturned 4.0 will be on console, because I believe that Unturned 4 will be very successful. What will happen to our current cosmetics in Unturned 3? Will they be transferred? Nothing will happen, and no, your current cosmetics in Unturned 3 will not be transferred, as Unturned 4 and 3 are two different games. Will there be any type of story in Unturned 4? From reading the recent roadmap and stuff from previous devlogs, I'd say yes. There will be some type of story for Unturned 4.0. I'd like it to be something different than Unturned 3.0 right now. Not just quests, but something more fun, like a storytelling game where you get to choose between dialogues and perhaps it alters the endings. Let me know how you would like the story aspect of Unturned 4 to be executed. Will Unturned 4.0 kill the Unturned franchise? I doubt Unturned 4 will kill the Unturned franchise, but Unturned 4 will need a lot of good updates, which I'm pretty sure we will get, but only time can tell. And Nelson really needs to pay attention to what the community says. Recently has been doing a great job at that, so huge shout out to Nelson. Will there be different game modes in Unturned 4.0? From what I've heard, there will be. Will you still be able to roleplay and base raid in Unturned 4.0? Yes, you will be able to do both of those things, so don't worry. Don't worry, Mr. Fudgy and Elite, you will still be able to do those things. Or his fans. How will I as a player be able to host servers in 4.0? I believe when you buy Unturned Premium for 4.0, basically Unturned Gold, you'll be able to rent a server through the game. If not, you'll be able to host it like you do now. Will there be cosmetics/items in Unturned 4.0? No, Unturned 4.0 will be completely free, excluding the Gold/Premium Pass, and not contain any type of cosmetics, so there's not going to be any boxes, at least not in the beginning, but perhaps later in the game. We will see. Will farming be harder? Yes, it will be harder. Can't say how much harder, but at this point anything is harder than it currently is in Unturned 3.0. I think we all can agree on that. Is modding gonna be a thing in 4.0? Yeah, modding will for sure be a thing, and I don't believe it will be much harder than before, perhaps even easier. Under the beta/testing, which map is it gonna be? The map we will play under the beta period is called Pine Ridge. Will there be actual coffee in Unturned for once? Well, I hope for God's sake that Nelson adds coffee to Unturned. I mean, everybody has to take coffee breaks at some point, am I right? Also, one question that I've gotten a lot: why does the game look so much like Roblox so far? Well, the teaser we have gotten for Unturned 4 is work in progress, so it's not nearly done. Remember how it looks now and wait until the full release and you'll see how much it has changed. Trust me, you will see a big difference. When we got the testing for Unturned 3, it was pretty similar, but there was still a lot of major changes before the game was released. How can I as Unturned Fnatic keep track with what's going on in the development of 4.0? I would suggest bookmarking the Unturned roadmap, the Trello link. You can find it in the description, since Nelson will post stuff there. Also follow me on Twitter at SDGNelson. You can also subscribe to me here on YouTube, since I cover most of the new things regarding 4.0, not only in videos but in my community page as well, which you can find on my channel. That is all the questions I got and what I could answer them with. I have a question for you to answer in the comments. What are you most excited for about 4.0? Also check out my last video where I covered the most interesting things on the Unturned 4.0 Trello page. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn those post notifications on, and I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to stay coffee.